Hello and a very warm welcome. Fernando Alonso, the talented Spanishman, the two-time champion, could be returning to Formula 1. Is this true, or is it just F1 silly season beginning? We had a massive week last week regarding F1 and the driver market. Sebastian Vettel leaves Ferrari, Sainz signs for Ferrari, and Daniel Ricciardo leaves Renault to go to McLaren. And now there is a free seat at Renault. And is it a chance for Fernando Alonso to return? Now, I want to start this video by saying I fully am behind this. I would absolutely love Fernando Alonso to return to the grid. He's got many lovers, he's got many haters. But Fernando Alonso is a world-class driver. And he's proved it time and time again in Formula 1, in World Endurance. Won Le Mans, double world champion, as my voice goes, fantastic. So, Fernando Alonso, heavily linked with a return to Formula 1 for 2021 at Renault. And where's he had his most success in his F1 career? At Renault. It's like a love story. This could genuinely happen. Do I believe it will happen? I'm a bit 50-50 on it, to be honest. The one factor that Alonso, well, we'll get into it. So, Fernando Alonso, heavily linked with a return to Renault for 2021. Obviously, he left the sport. He's been, by the time, if he does come back in 2021, he'll have been out the sport 2 years. No. Yeah, 2 years. So, 2019, 2020, so he'll be out 2 years. Big history with Renault. 2 titles at Renault. His first win came in a Renault, 2003 Hungary. He's been out the sport 2 years. His last win, Fernando Alonso's last win, 2013 Spain. Are you shitting on me? How is that his last win? A guy who could have 5 titles, arguably. He's only got 2, but what a disgrace. That is, by the way. 2013, his last win. Wow. 314 starts, 32 wins, 97 podiums and 2 titles with Renault. He ended Michael Schumacher's dominance by winning in 2005 and 2006. He's a quality driver. He's experienced. I, for one, would welcome his return. Top 3 out of today's grid easily. I mean, he's a proven winner. He's a proven driver at the front. I mean, he is absolutely quality, Fernando Alonso. Like, I wouldn't say he's my top 5, like, supported drivers, but I respect what he does on track. And he's brilliant to watch. Yeah, for me, top 3 easily on today's grid. I said it when he was even tossing it up in 17th and 18th in the McLaren, but we all know what he can produce. Proven winner. Also, in other race formats, he's won as well. World Endurance did the Daytona, didn't he? Beat Schumacher in his peak. Former Minardi. He started at Minardi, went to Renault, won his championships. Then he went to McLaren for a season. Then he went back to Renault, won Crashgate in 2008. And then where did he go? Ferrari. He's had so many teams. McLaren. Didn't work out, and now he could come back to Renault. Is this just stupid rumours, or could this genuinely happen? I mean, Ricciardo is going to obviously drive this season, but then he goes to McLaren. Is Fernando Alonso going to step into that seat and partner the Frenchman Esteban Ocon? Big chance. I mean, there's a couple of rumours. I cannot see Sebastian Vettel going to that team. Hülkenberg, maybe. That's a possibility. That could happen. Alonso, though. Why wouldn't you want Alonso in the team? Proven winner. So, I've got a few, like, pros for Fernando Alonso returning. Then I've got, like, the cons, the negatives. Pros. Best results in Formula 1 were at Renault. His first win was at Renault. 2 titles with Renault. He'd be the number 1 driver. Renault ended Schumacher's dominance. Obviously, the rule changes, and Renault, you never know. They're not very good now, but anyone could dominate when the rule changes. So if he can get if Renault can get it right, who knows? They could be the ones to Mercedes winning all the time. Renault start to win again. Renault have a massive history in Formula 1. He's experienced, Briatore, influential in his career, and will be in his ear. Now, the cons, the negatives. He's 38 years of age, which is not great. 2 years out the sport. Now, we've seen that with Michael Schumacher. Michael Schumacher, world-class driver. He came back awful. Robert Kubica, world champion material. Came back awful. Now, is that going to happen with Fernando Alonso? Alonso has been active racing in other categories, though. Can Renault compete when the rules changes come in? I mean, we don't know. This is the fun about this. Toxic if it goes wrong. We've seen it at McLaren when it was going wrong. GP2 engine, GP2. The engine feels much good, much slower than before. Amazing. So yeah, he's toxic if it goes wrong. Awful at choosing teams. He's got a history of choosing teams, and they're just like, he left Ferrari, who were second all the time. He went to McLaren for a new challenge. It was horrible. He probably had more retirements than finishes. But comment down below, would you like to see Fernando Alonso return? I would personally love to see him back on the grid. I mean, it's a disgrace he really has 2 titles. His talent, he could have won it in 07. McLaren didn't pick a number 1. Could have won it in 2010, if not for a butchered strategy by Ferrari and getting stuck behind Vitaly Petrov. And could have won it in 2012. Took that car that should never have been near a world title to the last race of the season. Fernando Alonso is a world-class driver. He's the best starter in F1. His racecraft, his overtaking, his overall skill. I would love to see him back on the grid. Comment down below. Do you think this is a bullshit rumour? Or do you genuinely think Alonso could return in 2021? I genuinely think it could happen because of the history he has with Renault. His best success in Formula 1 has come at Renault, because Renault, 2 titles. Obviously he had massive success at Ferrari, but he didn't win a title at Ferrari. He won them titles at Renault. And we don't know. The excitement is that we don't know who's going to dominate. Because usually, look, Schumacher dominates, Renault end it. Then we had the years of McLaren, Ferrari. Then we had the dominance of Sebastian Vettel. Now we have the dominance of Mercedes. So which team are going to dominate when the rule changes come in? Because I can't see Mercedes carrying it on. Because usually it's always another team that starts. But let's see what happens. This is what's exciting about it. Comment down below. Do you want Fernando Alonso to return? Is this a bullshit rumour, or could it happen? It's been reported from many media outlets. So I fully believe Alonso maybe could return. I'd love to see it, but let's wait and find out what happens. Thanks for watching. Comment down below. We'll always reply. Adios.